and welcome to Colwich Junction. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to join me here at the channel, where today we're going to be looking at the second part of the Motive Power lineup here at Colwich. If you've subscribed to the channel recently, thanks very much. That figure's creeping towards 100, so yeah, that's making me very happy. I'm glad that some people are finding this interesting. As ever, comments, good, bad or in between, are always welcome. You know, even if you think the format of the video should change, let me know. I don't do how-tos, things like that, because there seems to be plenty out there, but if you think I should, let me know. Well, if you haven't already watched the channel before, you'll probably realise that I've got quite a few DRS liveried locos. I love the DRS livery. I like to see it when it goes past here at the real Colwich, although it's mainly 66s. Drawn to it. It's just, I find it attractive. It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I do think it's got something. It adds something to the railway. And I'm starting off with probably, I don't know about everybody's favourite, but they are a particularly popular loco because they're so long-lived in real form, and that's my 237s. These are both Batman models. You've probably seen them many times before in running shots that I've posted up online. I just love them. The weathering question is always one here. I think at some point they will get a light weathering on the frames and the bogies, but not too much on the bodies, I don't think. Just a lovely looking model. I think it, for me personally, it would take something away from them if they were heavily weathered. Both these locos are sound fitted with TTS, with single iPhone speakers from the excellent Roads and Rails. Very easy to fit and a good upgrade on the standard, pretty poor TTS speaker. At some point in the future, I'd like to have a more expansive and a better quality sound file, but for the time being, the TTS will do. I mean, there's so many other things that are going on here at the railway. That is a long way off, but you know, one day. I think I've mentioned before that I've got an Acura scale 37 on pre-order. I've gone for the Euro Phoenix liveried one. I think that is another attractive livery. Obviously a very modern livery, but again it's a livery I think breathes a bit of life into what is a very old locomotive. So I can't wait for that one to come out. So yeah, that will hopefully be along at the end of the year. If all goes to plan and I've got some money, we'll be alright. So now we're moving on to Colwich's only steam loco. It's Tornado. You'll have seen it before if you've watched any of my videos, and you'll know it's a personal favourite of mine. Always love to see Tornado out on the main line and at heritage lines too. I've used this newly constructed back section of the layout to highlight her running past, especially the motion there. I think that's great. Yeah, so the plain blue boards and the no scenic work to detract the eye from what is an absolutely lovely model. She's not without her problems though. I have fitted tender pickups because a slight bit of dirt on the track or running over an install frog point and she would stop. A lot better now we've got some extra pickups, and I still can't believe that such a nice quality loco. I mean, this isn't railroad. I know it's not Hornby, but I mean, you know, it's not a cheap loco. Although this one was second hand, not to have tender pickups is unreal. But besides that, always good to get it out. And now I've actually got a loop of track, I can let her stretch her legs a little bit. I've kind of I've had a bit of a pinching bits of track from other parts of the layout that don't get used particularly well, because obviously during lockdown I think everybody knows that things like track have become very hard to get hold of. So I'm looking forward to the shops opening again, so I can get some track to get the other loop completed, so we can get some trains running the other way as well. But going back to Tornado, I think she always looks great running around, and yeah, now I can get her up to speed. Looks even better. And finally we move on to the final piece of the jigsaw here at Colwich, and that's 68004 Rapid. Another Dapol Class 68 in DRS livery. Big fan of these locomotives in real life and in the model form. These two alongside the 37s are going to be the workhorses of the layout, performing many duties, hopefully for years to come. Up until very recently they were number one here. They got the crown, but I think the Bachmann 90s have taken that crown for the time being. You probably saw in some of the running shots of the 37s a few minutes back there's another 90 on the way, but I haven't included her in this update because she's not chipped. She wasn't even running when I made the video, so that'll be one to look forward to in the future, because I am a bit of a fan of the electric traction. But take nothing away from these 68s, firm favourites of mine, and I'm sure there'll be some more added to the fleet in the very near future. Thanks for sticking with me if you're still here. I hope you've enjoyed this little update. I really enjoy putting these videos together. I love filming the trains on the scenic section. I hope you've enjoyed it. I can't wait to get working on the other side of the layout now, where I'll add some bridges. There's going to be a bit, I've probably mentioned before, there won't be a station on this layout because I haven't really got the room to model a station and do one any justice, so it's going to be scenic. I like to watch the trains run by. Where I live in the Trent Valley, there are some great spots to watch the trains in the landscape just doing what they do, so that's what I'm trying to replicate here. So yeah, fingers crossed the model shops open soon so we can get out there and get some supplies. Track is my number one thing at the moment. We could really do with some more track. Once again, a big thank you to all of you that have subscribed to the channel, and those of you that take the time to comment. Really appreciated. Love your feedback. Anyway, stay safe, and I'll see you soon for a layout update. Thanks for watching. Bye.